do for this mini album that we're making. So we've put the mini album together, all the page units have been put together, and now we're on to decorating the pages, and I'm just going to go through the sizes of the card and paper that you need to cut to cover each of the sections. For the first section you need a piece 1.1 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches, 2 inches by 4 3/4 inches, and 3 3/8 inches by 4 3/4 inches. Now all of the pages should be 5 inches wide, so you need to cut your 12 by 12 paper or your 6 by 6 or whatever paper that you're using. I find it's best to cut your strips first, so each strip will be 4 3/4 inches, and these I'm using 12 by 12 paper, so cut them 12 by 4 3/4 inches, and then you can just cut off the pieces as you need them, and you can decide which pages you want to put together, what colours you want to put together. So I've put these ones together. This page is the double pocket page, and you need a piece 2.5 deep by 4 3/4 and 4 1/8 by 4 3/4. I have distressed all of the edges that you can see using Vintage Photo Distress ink, and over the page we have got again a double pocket, and again the same sizes as the previous page, 2.5 by 4 3/4 and 4 1/8 by 4 3/4. For this page you need to cut a piece 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, and this is where we're going to add our little piece that we hadn't added until we'd put the top layer onto our card. And so this is the little pocket folder for putting in a tag like this, and I have just layered it with another piece from this collection. To attach this pocket here, I've cut it and I've mited the corners, and I have attached double-sided tape. Now I've put 2 strips of narrow tape here just to give it extra adhesion, because as a pocket it's going to be subject to a little bit more wear and tear, I guess, from pulling tags in and out. So we'll just remove the double-sided tape, the backing off the tape. Now if you've burnished the tape down really well, you shouldn't have any problem getting the back layer off it. I don't think I've done this particularly well. If you've got any overhang, just fold it back on itself, because you don't want the tape getting in underneath. And I'm just going to attach it to the bottom right hand corner, and I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch from the edge of the top layer of paper, coloured paper, just to give it a good a nice extra border, and I'm just going to rub that down really well. And that's how you attach that pocket onto the 4th page. Right, I've glued these ones on now, and I'm going to now move on to this next page, and I'm going to do something a little different with this page here. I'm going to put a slot across the middle of it to tuck a tag into. So I'll show you how I did this, and this is not my original design. I saw this on a Kathy Orter mini album that she did, that she had posted on YouTube, and I really liked the idea of it. So I've measured from the top of my page 1 3/4 inches from the top, and I ruled a line across there. I marked it, and it is 3.5 inches from here to here. So that's 1 3/4 from the top and 3.5 across there, and then another line 1/8 of an inch lower. So another 3.5 inch line 1/8 of an inch lower, and I have cut along that line and that line, cut it at the end, and I'll just finish cutting that one out. Added double-sided tape along there on each side of the opening, and I've made a little mark here and here and here and here, as well as here. Now that is 3/8 of an inch from this line here to there, and 3/8 of an inch from here to here, and 3/8 of an inch from the end to the edge. This piece is 7/8 of an inch wide by 4 1/4 long, and I've rounded the edges and I have inked it up as well. I've also put some tape on each end, and I'm going to attach this over the slip that I cut, matching it up at the end and with the marks at the top. So that's attached. Now turn it over, and using my small ruler I will just trim along this line and this line again. And the end